In the annals of war, victory often hinges not just on brute force, but on the delicate art of deception. World War II saw some of the most elaborate and daring intelligence operations ever conceived, but few were as audacious, as bizarre, and ultimately as successful as Operation Mincemeat. This is the story of a dead man, a fake identity, and a briefcase full of lies that would change the course of the war. By early 1943, the Allies had achieved a crucial victory in North Africa. The next logical step was clear: an invasion of Axis-held Europe. Sicily, strategically positioned in the Mediterranean, was the obvious target. An invasion here, codenamed Operation Husky, would open shipping lanes, threaten Italy, and divert German forces. But the very obviousness of the target presented a massive problem. German intelligence was highly capable. They knew Sicily was the most likely point of attack. A direct assault risked catastrophic losses. The Allies needed to create a convincing distraction, a smokescreen so potent that Hitler would divert his forces away from Sicily, right where they were most needed. Enter a brilliant, if eccentric, team from British Naval Intelligence. They were led by Lieutenant Commander Ewan Montague and Flight Lieutenant Charles Cholmondeley. Their mission: to conceive the unthinkable. They drew inspiration from a memo written by none other than future James Bond author Ian Fleming. The memo suggested that a dead body carrying false documents could be floated ashore to mislead the enemy. This was the seed of Operation Mincemeat. The idea was simple in concept, but incredibly complex in execution. The corpse had to appear to be a British officer downed in a plane crash or drowned at sea. And it had to carry highly classified documents that would convince the Germans of a fictitious invasion target. The target they chose for the fake invasion was Greece and Sardinia.
The first macabre step was finding a suitable body. It had to be someone who died in a way that mimicked a drowning, with no immediate family to claim them. They found their man in Glyndwr Michael, a homeless Welshman who had died from ingesting rat poison. His tragic demise, though accidental, made him a perfect unwitting pawn in the greatest deception of the war. Next, they had to craft an entire identity for Major William Martin of the Royal Marines. This wasn't just about official papers. To make him believable, he needed a life. A fabricated love affair, complete with a sappy letter from a fiancée named Pam. Theater ticket stubs, a letter from his father, even an overdraft notice from his bank. Every detail was meticulously crafted to give Major Martin a plausible, human story, making him seem undeniably real to anyone who investigated. The most crucial items were the fake secret letters. A letter from the Vice Chief of the Imperial General Staff to General Harold Alexander, discussing a feigned invasion of Greece and Sardinia. These letters were deliberately vague enough to be tantalizing, but seemingly authoritative. With Major Martin's identity complete and the briefcase full of meticulous lies, the next challenge was to deliver him. The chosen vessel was the submarine HMS Seraph. On April 19, 1943, the Seraph departed Scotland, carrying its unusual cargo in a watertight container. Their destination, the coast near Huelva, Spain. Huelva was chosen strategically. It was neutral territory, but known to have an active German intelligence agent, Adolf Klaus, with strong ties to Spanish officials. On April 30, 1943, under the cover of darkness, Major Martin was gently released into the Atlantic. The fate of Operation Mincemeat now rested on the currents and the gullibility of the enemy. Just hours later, on the morning of April 30th, a local fisherman discovered the body of Major Martin floating in the waters off Huelva. The Spanish authorities were notified, and an autopsy was performed. Crucially, the British intelligence team had taken precautions. The body was preserved with dry ice to simulate a recent drowning, and the briefcase was chained to Martin's wrist, making it appear important. Despite initial Spanish reluctance to hand over documents to a foreign power, the German agent Klaus, through his contacts, quickly became aware of the discovery. He worked tirelessly to convince Spanish officials to allow the contents of the briefcase to be examined. The British, anticipating this, had deliberately used flimsy chains, ensuring the briefcase could be pried open by inquisitive German agents without appearing tampered with. Soon enough, the Germans got their hands on the letters. They meticulously photographed them and sent the copies back to Berlin. The stage was set for the greatest intelligence coup of the war. Back in Berlin, the intelligence reports from Huelva landed on Hitler's desk. The meticulous detail of Major Martin's identity, coupled with the seemingly genuine classified letters, convinced the Führer. He was absolutely certain that the Allies were planning to invade Greece and Sardinia, not Sicily. Against the advice of some of his more skeptical generals, Hitler personally ordered the diversion of crucial German divisions, including panzer divisions and air assets, from Sicily to the perceived invasion targets in Greece and Sardinia. This was the moment British intelligence had gambled everything on. The deception was working beyond their wildest expectations. On July 9, 1943, Operation Husky, the Allied invasion of Sicily, began. Thanks to Operation Mincemeat, the invasion met significantly less resistance than anticipated. German forces, convinced the main attack would come elsewhere, were caught off guard and thinly spread. The deception had saved countless Allied lives and ensured the rapid success of the invasion. Sicily fell swiftly, providing a crucial springboard for the Allied advance into mainland Italy. Operation Mincemeat had not only fooled Hitler, but had fundamentally altered the strategic landscape of the European theater, proving the immense power of a well-executed lie in the fog of war. The true identity of Major William Martin remained a closely guarded secret for decades. It was only in 1996 that the British government officially confirmed Glyndor Michael as the man whose body had served such an extraordinary purpose. His grave in Huelva now bears both names, a poignant reminder of his unwitting heroism. Operation Mincemeat stands as a testament to the ingenuity and daring of Allied intelligence. It showcased how a meticulously crafted illusion built on a foundation of human psychology could manipulate the highest levels of enemy command. The lessons learned from this bizarre operation continue to influence military deception tactics to this very day, a legacy born from the man who never was and the corpse that fooled Hitler. In the grand chess game of World War II, Operation Mincemeat was a masterstroke. It proved that sometimes the most effective weapon isn't a bomb or a bullet, but a brilliant, meticulously executed lie. It was a victory not of steel, but of subtlety, forever etching the tale of Major William Martin into the annals of espionage history.